And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil.
Shannon Sharpe's career was soaring to new heights. His podcast was dominating YouTube, and he was on the verge of signing a $100 million media deal. But just as he reached the peak, a stunning lawsuit and an unlikely adversary emerged, threatening to bring everything crashing down. This is the story of allegations, betrayal, and a feud that no one saw coming. Out of nowhere, a bombshell lawsuit dropped against Shannon Sharpe, filed in Nevada.
You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent. When you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know?
It alleged disturbing claims by a woman who initially remained anonymous, referred to only as Jane Doe. According to court documents, she accused Shannon of manipulation, control, and sexual assault during their 2-year relationship. Later revealed as Gabriella Zuniga, the woman stated she met Shannon at a gym in Los Angeles when she was just 19 years old.
Has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe.
Shannon at the time was 54. The glaring age difference alone raised eyebrows across social media. Gabriella alleged incidents occurred as recently as January 2025, painting a picture of a relationship riddled with threats, coercion, and non-consensual acts. Right from the start, the lawsuit sent shockwaves through the internet. But things were only just getting started. The court documents revealed chilling details. Allegations of Shannon recording intimate moments without Gabriella's consent, controlling who she could talk to, and allegedly threatening her safety when she resisted his advances.
With the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing and we're going to break down everything.
The specifics were stomach-churning and made headlines almost instantly. Shannon wasn't about to let his name be dragged without a fight. He and his legal team immediately clapped back, labeling the lawsuit a blatant money grab. They described the relationship as consensual, filled with role play and fantasy scenarios that Gabriella herself had allegedly requested. Leaked texts from Gabriella seemed to support Shannon's claims. Messages revealed explicit language, consent to certain fantasies, and even financial negotiations. Shannon's lawyers argued that the lawsuit was nothing more than an attempt to blackmail him for millions, as Gabriella supposedly demanded $50 million to stay silent.
To make them feel better about themselves when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I do. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old out there that can love you old.
Shannon took to social media, passionately denying the allegations and emphasizing that he was being targeted because of his rising fame and upcoming lucrative deals. He portrayed himself as a victim of opportunistic greed, a narrative that resonated with many of his loyal fans. But then, things took a darker turn. In an aggressive move, Shannon's team released several pieces of evidence, and they were shocking. Graphic texts from Gabriella surfaced, detailing extremely explicit fantasies she allegedly encouraged. On top of that, audios leaked where Shannon could be heard making disturbing comments, including threats of physical harm and racially charged remarks. One clip captured Shannon joking about a big black guy choking a small white woman.
You're trying to hang out with these young you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her. Listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah.
A comment that, taken out of context or not, landed horribly in the public eye. Even if these interactions were part of their private dynamic, the optics were catastrophic for Shannon's brand. And while Shannon's camp insisted that these were consensual role-play scenarios, the public had a hard time separating fantasy from reality, especially given the serious nature of the allegations. The damage to his image was undeniable. As if the situation couldn't get any messier, Katt Williams entered the scene. And he wasn't hiding his satisfaction. For months, Rumors swirled that Katt had been holding a grudge against Shannon after their explosive interview on Club Shay Shay. Now, with Shannon facing public scrutiny, Katt's cryptic comments and not-so-subtle jabs made it clear. He was enjoying every second of Shannon's misery. Katt, who had called out Hollywood's hidden scandals during the viral interview, appeared to believe the worst about Shannon's situation.
In the text, she said stuff like, "I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. I know you miss this big juicy $25,000 for each cheek."
And fans noticed that Katt's comments were only fueling the public frenzy. Katt took to social media, posting memes, sly tweets, and comments that left little doubt about where his loyalties lay. It was clear he saw Shannon's fall from grace as poetic justice. To understand the tension, you have to rewind to that infamous Club Shay Shay interview. Katt Williams, unfiltered and unapologetic, unloaded years of grievances against fellow comedians and entertainers. The interview broke records, but also burned bridges. Shannon, attempting to maintain neutrality, later distanced himself from the controversy, suggesting that Katt had gone off script. That move didn't sit well with Katt.
"Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever you want to me. I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me."
Insiders revealed that Katt felt thrown under the bus by Shannon, believing Shannon had used him for clicks and then tried to disown the fallout. Their relationship never recovered. And now, with Shannon's reputation under fire, Katt seemed more than willing to let him twist in the wind. Sources close to Katt said he felt vindicated, believing that Shannon's public unraveling was karma for the betrayal he experienced after the interview. Some even claimed that Katt had more tea he was prepared to spill if Shannon's legal troubles deepened. Meanwhile, the battle between Shannon and Gabriella escalated quickly. Shannon accused Gabriella's lawyer, Tony Busby, of orchestrating a smear campaign against him. He alleged that Busby had a history of targeting wealthy black men.
"This is a shakedown."
Facing rape and sexual assault accusations, tonight Shannon Sharpe is not backing down.
"I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right."
Referencing Busby's previous lawsuit against Jay-Z. Busby, however, fought back, revealing that Shannon had allegedly offered Gabriella a staggering $10 million during mediation to keep quiet, an offer she refused. Adding to the drama, Busby released more audio clips, including a particularly damning recording of Shannon threatening Gabriella. Public opinion wavered. Was Shannon a victim of extortion, or was there darker truth hiding beneath the surface? Busby also doubled down on his narrative, painting Gabriella as a victim who had been manipulated and threatened into silence. He vowed to bring the full weight of the evidence to court, promising that the truth would shock everyone. The internet exploded in debate. Some fans pointed out Tony Busby's questionable history with high-profile SA cases, arguing that he was more interested in payday settlements than justice. Others couldn't ignore the disturbing audios and Shannon's alarming behavior toward a woman half his age. Even if the relationship was legal, the optics, the power dynamic, and the alleged recordings created serious concerns.
Today, the former NFL star turned podcaster posting this video statement in response to a Nevada civil lawsuit filed by a woman who says her consensual relationship with Sharpe.
Hashtags like #Justice for Gabriella and #Support. Shannon started trending, creating a digital battleground between fans, skeptics, and opportunists. Comment sections were flooded with debates, think pieces, and heated arguments. While Shannon's fans rallied behind him, others abandoned ship, disgusted by the mounting evidence. Meanwhile, Katt Williams continued to stir the pot with cryptic social media posts and thinly veiled digs at Shannon. Shannon's podcast, Club Shay Shay, was still pulling millions of views, but his reputation had taken a massive hit. The $100 million media deal he was about to sign, now hanging in the balance. Brand endorsements started quietly distancing themselves. Rumors swirled that major sponsors were considering pulling out, waiting to see how the lawsuit would unfold. As for Katt Williams, he remained as defiant as ever, openly enjoying the chaos. But some wondered if Katt's pettiness could backfire. Would future opportunities dry up if he became known more for stirring controversy than for comedy? Behind the scenes, insiders whispered about the long-term consequences. Shannon might recover, but the stain on his reputation would linger.
Eventually led to multiple assaults. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. The plaintiff, listed as Jane Doe, is represented by attorney Tony Busby.
Meanwhile, Katt risked being labeled as someone who capitalized on others' downfalls rather than uplifting his own career. The lawsuit, the leaked texts, the bitter feud, it's all still unfolding. Shannon Sharpe's public battle for his career and reputation is far from over. And in the world of fame, it only takes one scandal, one enemy, and one badly timed recording to tear down what took decades to build. Because in Hollywood, secrets don't stay buried forever. They explode, and sometimes they take everyone down with them. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. And when it comes to careers built on public trust, redemption isn't guaranteed. In fact, sometimes it's the betrayal from within your own circle that hits the hardest. Stay tuned, because if you think the drama has peaked, you haven't seen anything yet.